Good morning, all you stylists from the back room. Good morning. And we've got with us this week John, Dom. Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining. What is going on by all of you?
Very rare third week in a row for me. So
Treat,
you
man.
guys have gotten so used to me now. When I'm gone, it's gonna feel strange.
It is. It is. You're gonna have to make Tuesday your day off now, Dom.
Awesome.
But I just noticed something on the intro. That scene where it's you weaving on the head. That's my old station at the other place.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. I just realized that. For a year and a half, I've been looking at this intro, and I just realized that. That's cool. That's super cool.
That's that cut we did that I had no idea if it would work, and I just went for it. And you and the model both, your stomachs dropped, like both of you had a heart attack.
No, the best was the look on her face when you started to tease cut her hair with texturizing shears. I thought she was gonna lose a kidney.
I thought she lost it when I was shocked that it actually worked, and I was all excited about it. That's cool.
That was awesome. That's awesome. So what's going Ed, you know what? We never asked you what's going on in your world besides you're at the office, and you're holding down the fort there. What's going on, man?
Yeah, we're talking about the Revolve treatments from Zenagen this week.
Nice.
So Zenagen is a product line designed to deal with the scalp, the condition of the scalp, deal with treatments that help thicken hair, revive lost hair, recover hair loss. And they have a product line that's also water soluble that is designed to help thin, fine, delicate hair get volume and thickness with it as well. So what's nice about it is, especially right now, we find in society where we're at, a lot of people lately have been talking about shedding and hair loss because there is a lot of popular weight loss drugs that are going around being passed out like Pez. And it's good that people are losing weight. Okay, fine. But there are side effects that come along with it. So this is one of the things that we've been recommending behind the chair at the salon is these Revolve treatments. There is a men's, women, and a women's formula. You know, there's a men's formula and a women's formula. So that's what we're talking about today, and that's what we're going to be reviewing today. And hopefully this information will help somebody who's suffering from shedding, excessive shedding, and or hair loss.
Okay. All right. I'm down. I'm down because you know me, I retail a bunch of Zenagen, and I've got some experience going on at home right now with Zenagen, so I can share that with you guys too. But do we have a quiz?
We do have a quiz, yes, sir.
Because Dom is ready to go.
Dom loves quizzes, so for you, Dom, we put these together, okay?
Oh boy.
Yeah, these ones are going to be rough, so be ready, be prepared.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, if I can get my technology to work here remotely, right?
We are technically challenged today, guys, so buckle up. It's going to be a rough one.
Something about the flux capacitor and
88 miles an hour and
Marty.
What is the primary goal of the Zenagen Revolve treatment system? Does it add temporary shine? Does it stimulate thicker, fuller hair and reduce shedding? Does it straighten coarse hair, or does it brighten hair color?
it helps grow shedding and thin and lost hair.
That is the primary goal. John?
Yep. I'm going to go with what Dom said. That's 2 votes for that.
2 votes for that. We're voting today on the best answer. It is designed to stimulate, again, like I said in the earlier intro, this is everything we're talking about today, is the condition of the scalp and thickening hair, making hair fuller, recovering lost hair. due to shedding and or some kind of inflammation that occurs in the scalp. How long is the Zenagen Revolve shampoo left on the scalp during each use? Is it 30 seconds? Is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or it doesn't matter? You just rinse it out.
Definitely 5 minutes. I know that all too well.
You know that all too well. That's experience right there,
Yep.
It is. It is 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Eating
5 easy minutes.
And for our Spanish speaking friends, it's 5 minutos.
Oh, cool. All right.
We are branching the demographic.
Right. That's awesome.
Branching out. We're going to be available to stream on Telemundo.
Cuando. Yes.
All for it, man. That'd be awesome.
Sábado Gigante.
Dude, I just want to see Dom in those cowboy boots where the toes curl up a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the nipple tassels where they... Those ladies, they would have dancing on...
Those shows are awesome. Those shows are awesome.
He's Dom the flamingo dancer.
How often should Zenagen Revolve shampoo be used for best results? Should it be used daily, every other day, 2 to 4 times per week, or once a month?
Every other day.
Every other day. He sounds so assured of his answers, huh?
Oh, yeah.
The student has become the master.
Dun, dun, dun.
Grasshopper.
Grab the stones.
You can now leave here.
It's every other day. It works on frequency of use. The more often you use it, the more better, gooder it'll work. The key thing about it is it doesn't have any active ingredients. It's natural. And because it's natural, that's why it requires frequency of use. There's no active ingredient doing the work. So that's pretty freaking cool. Especially when you're worried about hair loss and thinning. That's the last thing you want is any more foreign craziness happening on the scalp, right? Mm-hmm. What hormone does Zenagen Revolve target to help reduce hair loss? Is it estrogen, dehydrated testosterone, serotonin, or insulin?
DHT.
Whoa! You even know that?
Wow! Oh my goodness!
Okay.
Dude, Dom is swinging for the fences today, man. Nice.
I would learn that from those Rogaine infomercials from the 90s when you were a kid and there was no school late at night and you just start watching all those infomercials. They'd always be like, DHT, get Rogaine. And there was also that Ronco rotisserie barbecue infomercial. They always played too. I would always watch that.
I don't know, man. The rotation of commercials never made any sense to me. They go from slapstick humor to dead freaking serious to some other mind-provoking, thought-bending experiment. I don't know what the hell is going on. So, yeah, it's wild. It's wild. All right. For hair loss product, because there are many hair let's try this again. I can speak English goodly. Because there are many hair loss products available, what is the difference from typical over-the-counter thickening shampoos to professional-grade products? Is it uses prescription chemicals? Is it adds waxes and silicones? Is it that it targets hair loss at the follicle? Or does it contain silicone? All right, I guess I messed up the question. I messed up the answers. I put silicone twice.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's not silicone.
No, I did there twice. It must be something.
Yeah, bad for your hair.
Probably it uses the prescription strength stuff. The difference would be.
I'm going to go with it targets the follicle, where healthy hair grows.
So pay attention to the answer, Dom, because it's one of those trick answers. So yes, I'm saying prescription, but I'm saying prescription chemicals. I'm not saying prescription like nutraceuticals, plant-based ingredients, or things like that,
Mm-hmm.
Chemicals, huge difference. That's the difference between knowing that something has an active ingredient in it versus something that just overall affects the good nature of your scalp and your health, right? So I'm, in an they're like the next season of Reacher is coming up. I'm all excited about it, in an investigation. Details matter. So yeah, it does target the follicle. And it uses more plant-based, more nutraceutical-based, ingredients.
Which are cold pressed.
Which are cold pressed, which is huge in of itself. I should have made a question about what's cold pressing, but we'll talk about it. What kind of clients benefit the most from Zenagen Revolve? Is it clients with oily scalps, with natural hair color only? Clients experiencing thinning, shedding, or pattern hair loss, or those who wash their hair daily?
Thinning and shedding hair loss.
Could there be an argument made for all of the above?
Yeah, theoretically, yes.
It is targeted. The person who benefits the most is somebody experiencing hair loss. But it treats the scalp so well. I would recommend it for any of the above too.
Yep. And it's also color safe too.
It is also color safe as well. Yes, it is. And I know we had spoken about this the week before, but the Eclipse is specifically even made for color treated hair to help actually make color treated hair work even better. So that's awesome. Can Zenagen Revolve be used safely? Oh. Can Zenagen Revolve be used safely on color-treated or chemically processed hair? No, it fades color. Yes, only if used once a month. Yes, it's color safe and gentle, or only with cold water.
Yes, color safe and gentle.
Yes.
So as we just spoke about this a second ago. All right, rounding this up here. Here we go. What ingredient type is primarily responsible for Revolve's anti-DHT performance? Is it animal proteins, botanical extracts and anti-inflammatory agents, parabens, or artificial thickening polymers?
Oh, it's plant-based. They go real strongly on their plant-based formula. So yes, plant-based.
Botanical extracts, baby. It's the way to go.
Botanicals, yep.
Anything to add to that, John? Or he's got it today, man. He's on fire.
Dom's on fire. I just had to nod my head. I haven't had to say really anything other than stupid comments. I like that.
What is the purpose of pairing the Revolve shampoo with the Revolve conditioner? The conditioner neutralizes the shampoo. It boosts the system's effectiveness and supports scalp health. It makes hair slippery, or it makes it smell better.
It just boosts the shampoo. I mean, you have a shampoo, and then, naturally you would need a conditioner afterwards, just like you would normally have a shampoo and conditioner.
Agreed.
All right, last question then. He's we're not gonna be able to stump him on this.
That would be a hell of a gimmick, though, to just sell something and then sell something to do after to neutralize what you just sold somebody. That'd be like the ultimate grift, the all-time holy grail of grifting.
What's working? No, you just have to use more of it.
Yeah.
You're using a neutralizer.
And now you got to neutralize it. I love that.
Right.
The ultimate grift.
What's a realistic expectation for clients using the Revolve consistently over time? Is it instant within 24 hours? Is it thicker feeling hair and reduced shedding after several weeks? Is it the scalp feels nice tingly and stimulated? Or is it an enhancement in hair color and hairstyle?
Throughout several weeks, you'll slowly see hair thicken and new hair emerge, if it's possible, if the conditions are right.
I always tell, yeah, when I retail it, I always tell my clients that they have to give it at least 30 days before they'll really start seeing a difference.
30 days is a good, what's the word I'm looking for? 30 days is a good recommendation. Realistically, depending on the condition of the scalp, it could take 3 to 6 months, before you truly start to see those results as well too. It takes time. It really takes time. Because there is no active ingredient, this is all topical. It's all on frequency of use. How consistently can you maintain using it every other day? And when you are using it every other day, how consistently can you maintain leaving it on for the 5 minutes that it needs for it to process and the scalp to naturally absorb whatever it wants? We're not forcing anything in. So that's what this is all about. So yeah, you rock the quiz, man. I don't know what else to tell you. So that's awesome.
And to truly get the max benefit, I mean, Zenagen makes a scalp manipulator. If you don't have one of those, the pads of your fingers and giving yourself a good scalp massage while it's on is going to help loosen and break loose that DHT. Plus, anytime you massage the scalp, you increase the blood flow to the scalp, and that's bringing more nutrients and things to the follicle too.
So then, since you're on fire, Dom, give us a review of the Zenagen Revolve system. Like if I'm a new person, I have no idea, right? Like you've been to the shows and you have stylists, and they're like, "What is this product? I'm interested. I think I want to buy it." Teach me what it is. Review it.
Luckily, I have worked. I have worked several shows, and I have been helping out at that booth a lot, and a lot of people would come up to me. So yes, a Zenagen, it definitely does what it says it does. It takes time, but it definitely helps the scalp. It makes the conditions optimal for hair growth. That male pattern baldness is fairly common and more common now than ever before. I mean, it happens to a lot of people. You use it, I use it. I mean, I noticed that, a couple of years back, I was just starting to get the horseshoe pattern, and the back was starting to get thin. And then you just told me to start using it. And I've been using it consistently, and much of it has like regrown back. I mean, I do have a lot more coverage than I did before. So I think it helps when I help the booth people sell it, that we all use it and can show people, and we have all those pictures of people from, like a 90-day difference where you could notice it.
It's huge. Just yourself, the journey that you've gone through, in your own personal experience in thicker, fuller hair too. It just naturally boosts confidence.
Mm-hmm.
It actually feels good, and it's amazing to see the difference in. Like before, did you ever think there was a choice? I know you see the commercials, you hear all the things, but do you really think about you have a choice out there? There's something you could do about it?
I mean, before Zenagen, I would just assume that you would have to do those, those hair transplant surgeries for men. You would see the commercials for that, but 90% of the time, that looks like cornrows on a farm. Like you could spot that a mile away. It looks worse than a toupee. Some of those,
and some of them, they end up being dimpled. They look like a golf ball.
The technology is improving, but it is a little rough in the beginning, but the technology is getting better on it. So the graphing methods are improving over time. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Those, yeah, it was rough in the beginning. It was really, really rough in the beginning, you know? I want to discuss something that I was bringing up earlier. But John, give us a review of the Zenagen.
Wow. You want a review of the Zenagen? Zenagen on a whole, first off, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to do the styling products first. First off, Repairical is by and far one of my favorite. I use it before I even start cutting. Repairical. There it is. It's a lightweight leave-in conditioner. Leaves the hair feeling awesome. The volume foam is not super sticky. It's actually, you can blow dry and get movement but hold. And then to go into the products, the serum, the daily serum that you can actually apply to your problem spots and massage in, is Erin's using it because she was starting to get some shedding in the front. She started using it 2 months ago, and it is by and far. She's starting to get growth. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And she also uses. I got her the Women's Trio kit. It comes in a kit. You get the serum, you get the shampoo, you get the conditioner, and it's all one package. I retail that like crazy. I mean, I get them in and they go out as fast as they come in. It is a real issue, and 90% of the people that I've turned on to Zenagen love it. I can't say enough about it. The products themselves, cold pressed. They're not boiling down. They're not losing the nutrients in heat processing. Just by and far. First off, and also made in the USA. It's a US made product.
There's one for the economy.
Yeah. No tariffs. I can't say enough about Zenagen.
He gets so excited. You get so excited about talking about it. It's
Dude,
awesome.
I love them. I mean, you know what? We've had the opportunity to work with their director of education. Wow, I just drew a blank.
It's amazing. I love Chad.
Chad's awesome. And then we've actually done classes with the man that created Zenagen, and he's a biochemist. Yeah. So I love Zenagen. Zenagen is probably one of my favorite retail products because it works. I can't say enough about it, and it's not just going to give you goofy ground cover like a lot of the stuff does, where it just stimulates little baby hairs. You're actually going to get growth if you do it, if you follow the manufacturer's directions. Bottom line, manufacturer's directions are there for a reason, kids.
I've been on this kick lately, and it's been about. So if I say to you this way, to me, there is a difference between participating and promoting. What do I mean by that is hair loss is a very aware, like everybody is aware of hair loss. Everybody's aware of shedding. Everybody knows it exists, right? So although everybody is so aware of it, I don't think enough people are promoting it. I think everybody is just stuck in participating along with it. Here's an example of what I'm trying to say. Like you mentioned, Dom. Oh yeah, hair loss is a thing. I've seen the Rogaine commercials. I've seen those commercials. I've seen the billboards going down 90. You know, if you're in Chicagoland area, you know exactly what am I talking about, man. Like more billboards on 90 other than freaking Erlen.
I would kill for that company. Just 1% of their advertising budget. I would live like a king forever.
They own it's got to be a 30 to 50 mile stretch. They have every freaking billboard and Erlacher is just 30 different ways of seeing his face. It's mental. But that's the thing. It's raising awareness, which is awesome, right? And people might call to participate in responding to the billboard. But other than those billboards trying to promote awareness, what else is being done? Other than a commercial, what else is being done? Are people really talking about it all that much? Outside of what you actually see in the moment and just us having a laugh about it, that's pretty much it. So I say that's participating in awareness. That's not properly promoting awareness. To promote awareness is something like what I did to you, Dom. Hey, bro, I'm going to give you the shampoo and conditioner. It's going to thicken your hair. I want you to try it. If it doesn't do anything, you don't like it, it's okay. At least you tried it. If you feel like it did something for you, let's talk about it. You know? And at a minimum, you'll thicken your hair up. Like, that's always a win-win.
Mhm.
It's such a, what's the word? Non-committal approach to bringing up the topic and bringing up the conversation, because you never know how sensitive or how concerned somebody may be about it, or some people just don't care. You know, like our buddy Brian. I've been telling him for years we could do something about this. I'm supposed to go bald. I'm old. It's like,
Yep.
but that's Brian. He's a doof. So it's just how it goes, right? Now I give it to you. You're using it, and after about a month, you're like, "Hey, I'm. It's starting to. Is it
Yeah.
starting to feel something?" Now you're curious about it to see like what's going on. You've gotten a proven result, right? And then we go into the whole conversation about everything. Now you're fully vested. Now you're all in. Now you want the serum. Now you want the scalp massager. Now you want to know everything there is to know, because you knew one day you would have to ace a quiz. You know?
Yeah.
So does that make sense when I say participating in awareness rather than promoting awareness?
Yeah.
So how does that mean? How do you guys take that? What are some examples that you guys can think about?
Just offhand, not really an example, just like a little footnote to what you mentioned about, yeah, a lot of people are aware of male pattern baldness the last several generations. I think it's very underrated, but very significant that like a lot of people assume that, this is just a men's product. It doesn't have, like, women lose hair too. Like it's a problem for women too. Obviously it's a lot more in men, but a significant amount of women do have bald patches and shedding, and so, just like men. So it's great that they also have a women's formula too. But yeah, women, up until like a few years ago, it would, like, you'd see commercials and they would just completely neglect 50% of the market, when women do experience a lot of that too. And they're going to be more self-conscious because, women, the status quo of a woman, you have to have the Farrah Fawcett flow, and you have to, all that stuff.
Yeah, I think that from a stylist perspective, and like you said, Ed, participating and or being aware, two different subjects. As a stylist, we get asked how many times a day, is my hair falling out? Is my hair thinning? And I've watched stylists just completely switch the conversation, not wanting to have that conversation with their client. But instead of actually being able to have a product that you can give to your client that will make a difference in that realm, I think it's huge, and it's being informed enough to educate the client and tell them, yeah, use this. This will help you, but also walking them through it step by step. It's not just throwing the product at them and going, yeah, good luck. So yeah, I think that as stylists, they're going to ask us where we're at the forefront. We should definitely be informed about thinning, and the things that are going on right now, especially like Eddie, you mentioned earlier on about the weight loss drugs that people are taking, which is fantastic. I've got clients that have lost half a person. But also there is side effects, and we can help minimize those side effects simply with what? 10 minutes extra in the shower a day, when they're 5, sorry, 5.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. At 5 extra minutes in the shower, we can help minimize that. I think that's huge. I think it's massive.
Inflammation really is a problem that is just not spoken about enough. Everybody's all hard up on the DHT buildup, which, yes, DHT buildup is a thing. And that is the main culprit of what's blocking the hair shaft and what's making the hair, forcing the follicle to make the hair thinner for it to still fit through whatever room is left. So yeah, DHT is a big problem, right? But with the cause, that's the effect. The cause is all in the inflammation of the body and in the scalp and at the follicle and everywhere else. And what causes inflammation? Well, friggin' everything. And that's the problem, right? So nobody wants to really address it too much because it's too broad of a thing to address. How do you what specific thing that causes inflammation do you want to target? Because you basically can throw a dart at a dartboard, and wherever it lands is a topic to be covered. So I'm going to go real general because we don't have enough time to go through every single specific thing. Now, in our classes that we teach at HTB Beauty, yeah, we go through those specifics all the time. Those classes are very targeted. But for here, just to give you a preview of it, any change your body goes through, it's going to react. You have blood cells, you have your immune system, you have your overall health, you have your hormonal balances and changes, and then you have your energy levels, okay? Kind of like your testosterone levels, what we're talking about here. Everything is going to burn energy in your body, and your body needs energy to do what it needs to do. It's like gassing up your car or charging your car nowadays, whatever the hell you want to say it. Either way, you got to move the vehicle. That engine's got to go. Your body is said engine, okay? Anything you do is going to use energy. And the more energy you burn, the more leftover buildup is going to be left behind. And if you're not cleansing that properly, that's what builds up and that's what causes that DHT. Once that happens, if you've got buildup and you've got hair trying to grow through that buildup, it's punching through. It's not getting through it. It's punching through. That's resistance. Now, the hair and the body can't do what it wants to do. It starts getting stressed out. That's a form of inflammation. It's a really heavy form of inflammation. All right? Because it's not like it's just going to stop growing until the blockage is cleared. No, it's going to start filling up and filling up and filling up that area until it can't push anymore against it. The whole area is full. It's going to start swelling out. That's another form of inflammation as well, too. Something has got to break. Something has got to snap. Something has got to go. And that's where the problem occurs. So all of this inflammation that's occurring is just snowballing into other problems. Big time. Big time. This is where people start getting stressed out. And then they start treating it with over-the-counter stuff or just Band-Aid fixes. Oh, I need to put tea tree oil, or I need to put rosemary, or I need to spray my hair with, white cider vinegar or whatever. Yes, these are all singular ingredients that do a singular purpose. But it's only trying to affect a singular issue, which unfortunately by that point, the issue is so far gone. It is so much more than just that. You need help. You need a system. This is where a system matters, It's not about selling retail. It's about giving a treatment to fix the cause, to cancel the effect. Does that make sense?
100%.
Yep.
Add on to that. What did I miss?
I don't think you really missed anything. Inflammation is a large cause for a lot of problems within the human body, let alone with shedding and balding, but also inflammation rides hand in hand with arthritis and any type of system breakdown in the human body, and you have to be aware of it, and you definitely have to be aware of it. And I agree with you 100% on everything you said. Dom, care to comment?
I agree, but just like another little side footnote, since I'm obviously not a hairstylist, but like earlier, how John mentioned, like your relationship with your hairstylist, how you mentioned obviously your hairstylist is going to notice way before you. And, John mentioned before, some of them will change the subject, but if you have a good relationship, a hairstylist, probably even before you would notice, should be like, hey, I'm starting to notice in the back,
Right.
And obviously bring it up and, don't roast somebody, hey, bowling ball, boss, hey, Mirror, how you doing?
Unless you're Eddie and you'd like to torment your clients.
Yeah, but because, Eddie has been cutting my hair, and yeah, he would say, hey, I'm noticing your hair is kind of, would you be interested, just kind of gently bring it up, because chances are your hairstylist is going to notice a month or two way before an average Joe is going to be like, hey, is my hair thinning? You've been. And that's my little footnote of just how the relationship would be, how you would go about starting this in the first place.
Right.
Some customer etiquette. Yeah.
And to add a caveat to that too is, and depending on your situation as a stylist, but if you're in a large salon where you're next to a couple people, it's not something you just blurt out and go, "Oh my God, you're balding." You don't do that. You start a very soft conversation with your client so everyone can't hear, because you don't want to embarrass your client either. Unless you're Eddie.
It's out of love. It's all out of love. I just thought of something when you were saying that, Dom. All right, here's a curveball. You may or may not know these answers. I'm going to hit you with some technical questions. All right. Yes, Laura, this is a treatment for hair loss, but it's so much more. We got a comment here mentioning that this is a treatment for hair loss. Yes, the Revolve men's and women's formula that we're reviewing today, that we're talking about, is primarily a treatment for hair loss. It will help to recover lost hair, but it is so much more than that too. In addition to hair loss, it will also help stop and future-proof against continuous excessive shedding. It will also reduce inflammation in the scalp. It'll make the scalp overall condition of the scalp healthier, which means then you can grow your hair stronger, better, fuller, thicker. There's also this thing where, John, help me. The dead length, what is the technical term for dead length? Like you can't grow your hair past a certain
terminal.
Terminal. Dom, today you are on it, buddy.
Dude, I'm just going to hang up now. Dom's got my end of this.
For real, why am I even saying anything anymore?
Right.
Let's do the special effect if I push you off the screen.
It means that your hair can only grow naturally on its own strength with gravity pulling down and everything. Terminal length hair your follicle can only support a certain amount of length by itself, and it will not grow past that without the assistance of something else. So these kind of treatments also help get you beyond terminal length as well.
Yes.
we have reviewed the Evolve treatments in the past, and that primarily we were talking about terminal length. But the Revolve treatments that we are reviewing this week also will help. So thank you for the comment. That's a great comment.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing to remember is healthy hair, and I may be coining someone else's phrase, but it's true. Healthy hair starts from a healthy scalp.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, if you plant, you have to have healthy soil, or else it's not going to be a healthy plant, right? Same thing. You've got to start. Your scalp is your soil that your hair grows in, and you've got to have a healthy scalp.
It's true. Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so Laura, who put the comment, is a hairdresser. So so she's right on target with it. So yes, thank you. All right, so then I'm going to hit Dom with a couple of technical questions. You who are listening, Laura, with the comment, this can help you as well too. Maybe you already know these answers. John, I know you know this. Dom, think about this, buddy. Approximately how many strands of hair do you shed per day on average? The average person, how many strands of hair do they lose a day?
I forgot. I think this was mentioned in one of the sales things. I think it's like at least several hundred. I mean, everybody does shed a decent amount of hair. Like, you don't realize it, but you do shed a lot. So probably several hundred, maybe close to 1,000 strands.
No, not that many, buddy. No way.
Okay.
John.
It is a significant amount.
It is, relatively speaking. John, the average head, how many follicles does the average head have in total overall?
Holy crap.
I'm going to go, you hit me with that freaking Milady's book for a couple of weeks in a row. I'm going to hit you back now.
Depending on the density of the hair, you could have upwards of a few thousand follicles.
100,000 follicles, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
So the
100,000 follicles
has about 100 to 150,000 or 150 to 200,000 strands, follicles across the head overall. Okay.
My sister has 500,000 follicles, I believe.
Say this all the time about your sister. When they was passing hair at the buffet, she got greedy. She went for extra servings. She has more hair than should be freaking allowed.
There are carpets with less pile than her hair.
Life. So having about 100 to 150,000, right? If you lose about 10% of that a day, you are shedding on average about 100 strands a day. So 50 to 100, 100 to 150 strands a day, you're shedding on a daily basis. Some people are shedding more if something's happening, but overall, that's what's happening. Now, there are 3 phases to hair growth. There's the growing phase, the resting phase, and then the shedding phase. So just take wild guesses if you don't know the answer. The growing phase, how many years do you think it lasts for?
Just without any product, just naturally?
Your body growing and producing hair naturally on its own. Just take a wild guess. How many years do you think it lasts for?
As long as you're alive.
Well, you got to take a break for the resting and the shedding phase at some point. We're not all Rapunzel hanging out in the tower, just growing our hair down to the floor. Just throw a number.
5 years, I will.
Okay. John?
7 years.
7 years. In some cases, it could be 7 to 10 years. So on average, about 7 years your hair is growing for. So now take a wild guess. What's the resting phase? Like after it cycles through the growing phase, then it starts resting for a short period of time. A very, very, very short period of time. Take a guess how long that is.
48 hours.
Close. John?
Your resting phase could go upwards of 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks, right? Now, the shedding phase, take a guess. How many years does the shedding phase last for?
I'll say 5 years again now.
Okay, fair enough. John, do you remember?
I don't remember how long the shedding phase is, unfortunately.
It's about 2 years. So 1 to 2 years, 2 to 3 years. About 2 years, give or take. Okay? The shedding phase is not that long in comparison. Point is, it's a 10-year cycle overall with growing, resting, and shedding. Your hair is constantly going through a 10-year cycle. 70% of the time, your hair is in the growing phase. So when people say they're shedding excessively, they might be in that certain phase, okay? But it can be slowed down. And when people's concern is like, oh my God, how am I shedding so much hair? What am I going to do? You got to look for all those little peach fuzzes and those little antennas, those baby hairs, those little fine hairs at the scalp, you know. Don't always assume it's breakage. Take a look at it. If it is, what is it called? Tapering to a point, that is new hair growth. If it's short little stubble hair that's rough to the touch, that's breakage.
Yes.
A lot more people have constantly new hair growth than what they realize. They think it's little frizzies, little flyaways around the scalp area. They confuse that for breakage. Your hair is always growing. If it wasn't always growing, we would all be bald immediately. All right? So that's a little fun note to leave you on, you know. The whole purpose of that is understand the hair is always in its growing phase. There are things that we can do like the Zenagen treatments, the Revolve treatments especially, to continuously help promote new hair growth, stronger hair growth, fuller, thicker hair growth. And we can curb, slow down, potentially eliminate shedding. We can definitely reduce and eliminate inflammation. And that is the key takeaway. If you learn anything today, that's what you need to know more than anything else. So that's my rah moment. John, take us home, buddy. How else you get
I have motivation for all of our stylist friends, and I'm going to paraphrase it because it's very long. This was sent to me by someone. And the full motivation is take time to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Take time to take care of yourself. And what I mean by that is not only do you need to physically take care of yourself, you also got to take care of your headspace too. And I find a lot of motivation in clearing my mind and getting a lot of the garbage of the day out, because those of us that stand behind the chair all day, it's constant garbage input. You know, clients are there once again talking about their hair. And then of course they're going to tell you about how, you know, this happened on the Kardashians and that happened on the Kardashians, which I know how Eddie feels about that. He's very, very motivated by the Kardashians. But guys, take time to take care of yourself. And that's headspace and physically. And you know what? You got to take out the garbage. Take the garbage out in your kitchen every day, right? You got to take the garbage out of your head too.
So the shower, I find, is the best place to do that.
There we go.
So what do you shower, Dom?
That's why you take 4-hour showers, I guess.
I take 4-hour showers. You take 4-hour showers.
I don't even want to know why you two know how long each other shower. I'm just, you know, it's 2025. There's no judgment.
It's bro love, like.
Okay. Hey.
No, the shower. Look, some people take long, extended showers. Some people take short, fast showers. Okay. I'm in and out within 5 minutes. I don't really take a long shower at all. But I tell you what, man, I love cold shower. That's why Carmelina goes first. She uses all the hot water. I go afterwards. Whatever's left is
gone.
And it's okay for me, man. I like it because that cold black, it freaking stimulates your mental, man. You're like, woo, oh, that's a shock.
You're like, oh, okay.
And you're all alone in there. You're buck naked. At least you should be showering naked.
If you're bashful, then you got your swim trunks on.
Trunks on. You can't look at yourself, right? So, but you're all alone. You're all by yourself. It's a true moment of Zen and peace. And you just, you massage your head, you massage the rest of yourself, and you just have a moment alone. You're 5 minutes alone. And it's wild, man. That can do wonders for you. It could do a lot of wonders for you, especially if you're spending that 5 minutes. That's the only reason why I'm even in there for 5 minutes. Is because, otherwise, I'd be in and out in probably 30 seconds,
His shower is 5 minutes and 30 seconds because of the Zenagen. Otherwise, it'd just be the theme to Jeopardy, and that's it.
That's it. I'm in and out, What about you, Dom? I know, Dom, you're big on taking a time for yourself for reflection and clearing headspace. Actually, I've been inspired and motivated by you. You're freaking amazing at clearing headspace.
Yeah, there'd be times where we'd be running shows, especially the ABS show, and I would just sit in a corner and meditate, and like the whole convention would come to a standstill. Everybody would just be, and the whole convention center would all just be cleansed and Zen from me. It would just radiate, and just everybody would just drop what they're doing, look at me, and then they just naturally just
Do you remember, John? We finally get the stage set up. We're trying to set up the rest of the booth. This freaking guy, excuse me, he's sitting in the middle of the stage, just
Yeah. We're both foaming at the mouth, and Dom is just.
We got much to do. We're busy over here.
Yeah.
And then I built all that shelving for the carotherapy, remember?
Oh my God. Yes.
All of a sudden, you just got people stopped what they're doing, and they're all just hanging out in peaceful, quiet solidarity, staring at him, sitting there going, oh.
I was the ABS unofficial spiritual advisor, I guess.
You were.
So weird. If there was ever a freaking Zen meme, that was it. People just queued up in a half circle around you, like you're some freaking, I don't know, TV prophet, something or other.
And it brought people to the booth because after everybody just wanted to go see what the hell was going on in our booth, and they were buying everything like crazy. I want what that guy's using.
But that whole, you're really good at clearing headspace. You're really, really good at clearing headspace. I am not good at that at all. So I can hear your words, John, but you know better than anybody. I am terrible at doing what you're talking about.
Guilty. That's why you and I get along so well, because I am guilty as charged too.
So
you're the yin and I'm the yang, and then I'm like the complete opposite, and then we all mesh well because we regulate each other. You bring in you show me that it's okay to be chaotic, and I show you that, okay, I have my chaotic moments now. I embrace that, and then you should also embrace your quiet moments now too.
I'm glad in this relationship that I've brought the chaos. I got it's like, what are you bringing to the party? I'm going to bring a cookie platter. I'll bring dessert. I'll bring the fucking chaos.
I'll bring the chaos.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Hey guys, we've come to the end of another week. If you like what we do, support us. Go to htbbeauty.com. Check out everything we've got going on there. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff, more cool stuff coming to htbbeauty.com in the months to come. Dom, thanks for being here again with us this week. Eddie, I'm sure we'll talk 3 or 4 more times today. We invite each and every one of you stylists, make a difference one client at a time, guys. And we appreciate you all. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, everybody.
All righty.
The SFTB podcast was not recorded in front of a live studio audience, so thanks for joining us for today's episode. If our hair topics made you smile, give us a thumbs up. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll read them while waiting for our caller to process. Share this video with your stylists and friends. It helps us make a difference, one strand at a time. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Because your hair deserves all the latest and greatest tips.